Welcome to the SportsCon here on YouTube. I'm your host Daniel with your top sports stories. Game 1 between the Warriors and the Spurs was a doozy, which went to double overtime. It ended up being settled by a three-pointer by Manu Ginobili, scored with 1.2 seconds left in the second overtime. Spurs took a 2-point lead and ended up winning 129-127. Ginobili ended up with 16 points in Game 1. Spurs teammate Tony Parker had 28 points, 8 boards, and 8 assists. Still an impressive day for Golden State's point guard Steph Curry, scoring 44 points, along with 11 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Curry was 6 for 14 from three-point land. As for the Bulls and the Heat, not news until Chicago goes up 2-0. Well, it's not. The NHL playoffs featured 4 games last night. The Bruins took a 2-1 series lead over the Maple Leafs after a 5-2 win in Toronto. Rangers managed to hold on to a 4-3 win over the Caps at MSG. They're still behind Washington, however, in the series 2-1. The Red Wings managed to beat the Ducks in OT 3-2 as they tie the series at 2-2. The Kings also tied their series with the Blues at 2-2 with a 4-3 win at the Staples Center. Top scores in baseball include the Phillies ending the Giants' 6-game winning streak with a 6-2 victory last night at AT&T. Cliff Lee was the winning pitcher, allowing 2 earned runs and 8 innings of work. The Rays blow a 7-run lead, losing to the Blue Jays 8-7. J.P. Arancibia hit a 2-run home run in the 9th to give the Jays the lead. Red Sox win in extras over the Twins and Fenway 6-5. The game ended in the bottom of the 11th when Stephen Drew hit a walk-off double to put an end to Boston's 3-game losing streak. Injury news in baseball includes the Phillies sending Halladay to the 15-day disabled list as he gets his shoulder checked out in L.A. And the White Sox announced that pitcher Gavin Floyd is to have season-ending surgery on his right elbow. An interesting story coming from South Florida. In an interview for WFOR-TV in Miami, the Dolphins CEO Mike D said that the team will not pay for their own renovations of Sun Life Stadium after the state legislature failed to bring up any funding plan for renovations by the end of their session. D would say, quote, "We cannot do this without a private-public partnership." Also adding, quote, "At this time we have no intention of investing more," end quote. When addressing the team's long-term future in Miami, D said, quote, "I wouldn't want to prognosticate what the future holds, but it's clearly bleak," end quote. As for a possible move to another place like Los Angeles, D said team owner Stephen Ross will not move the team, but he did say that a future owner would need to address the issue of an aging stadium. The issue of public funds for a stadium in Miami comes into question again, because public funding for Marlins Park paid off so well. The fact is that taxes pay for most new stadiums and stadium renovations. Franchise owners can get away with this because new stadiums stimulate the economy and increase tax revenue. Somewhat. But after the way that the Marlins screwed the local taxpayers, it would seem that anyone in Florida is very hesitant in handing out public money for anything related to a sports franchise. Who could blame them? As for a possible relocation, that's far down the road, if it ever comes up. The public could change their mind in the near future, or the owner could suck it up and pay for his own stadium renovations. I'm sorry. Oh, pigs have a better chance of flying, I tell you. But for now, call off the moving vans, Los Angeles. You're not getting something else that's huge in Florida just yet. For more on how Jeffrey Loria, owner of the Marlins, is just as bad as those bailed-out a-holes on Wall Street, follow me on Twitter at TheSportsConSF. You can also follow me at thesportscon.blogspot.com. I'm Daniel saying I don't care for Fisher Fins, and goodbye.